call it the big time. Got your name in lights. Now you're gonna shine. Got 'em in your sights.
You're just trying to find a way out. I don't want to tell you how to live, but I just don't want you to miss. And I don't mean to scare you, I want you to live, and I dare you to give this life all you have. Yeah, all you don't miss, just make, don't get it twisted. We're on a mission to live life legendary. Yeah, we are legendary. We are legendary. We are not ordinary.
Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio begins now.
Welcome into Cardinal Baseball Live here on Tradio from Keck Field in North Richland Hills, Texas. We say good evening. My name is Will Connerly. Happy to be with you tonight. Tim Polster, Trey Bell, our entire crew in the house as the Cardinals return to the Keck, and they do it with a 22-5-1 record on the season. Not too much wind tonight, but temperatures will drop into about the 60s. A little after game time this evening, so a little bit of a breeze with some slight winds blowing in, but that probably won't be a problem for the Cardinals offense because they haven't needed much help from Mother Nature as of late. They've scored 10 or more runs in 4 consecutive games, 60 runs over their last 4 games with 15, 19, and then they scored a total of 26, 10 and 16 in their 2-game series that they swept in Lubbock against Lubbock Trinity. And now The Cardinals improved to a 7-1 mark in district play atop the district. Let's look at that last game for Fort Worth Christian. It was a 16-4 victory in the series finale after winning 10-0 to open up the series. Braylon James had a 4 RBI day, up to 28 ribbies on the season. Griffin Carney goes 3 for 5 with a double, drives in 3. He's got 26 stolen bases this season. Also a 381 hitter, and he has been on base in an impressive 24 consecutive games. The All-Stater Griffin Carney continuing to do it atop the Cardinals order, and Jake Parkerson as well. He went 2 for 3 with a walk, drove in 3. He's up to 429 on the year. What a breakout senior year he is having. He's also driven in 22 runs this season. So that was a recap of our last game, but let's look at the last 6 now and see who's hot for the Cardinals. Andrew Ridgel atop that list right now, a 583 hitter. He's in the midst of an 8-game hit streak. Grady Emerson as well. He's hit safely in 13 straight games, including multi-hit games in each of his last 5. Jackson Castleberry really starting to swing it well as of late also. And then Greg Smeds, the ace of the staff, who we'll see on Thursday night. A $1.50 for his ERA across 14 innings pitched over his last 3 outings. He has been phenomenal. The ace of the staff once again for Rusty Greer's team. Now we look at the district standings for Fort Worth Christian, who we mentioned a moment ago. They go on the road against previously unbeaten Lubbock Trinity, and they win 2 games, both via the run rule, and they now move to first place in the district at 7-1. But man, it's a tough district. 3 teams already with 20-plus wins, 22-5-1 now for the Cardinals, but they're atop the district, ahead of Lubbock Trinity, who they swept, and then Southwest Christian right behind. They split with them earlier in the year. They'll have All Saints on Thursday and Friday, but it's non-district action tonight against HSAA, and we have head coach Rusty Greer coming up on the other side to talk all about it. You're watching Cardinal Baseball pregame here on Tradio.
Fort Worth Christian School is Christ-centered, college preparatory school where every student is known, loved, and valued. At FWC, students are challenged to pursue excellence in the classroom, in competition, and in their faith, all while being equipped with a strong biblical worldview. From standout academics and championship athletics to award-winning fine arts and a vibrant student community, Fort Worth Christian is preparing tomorrow's leaders today. We invite you to discover the difference for your family. Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
Thank you so much for joining the game with us today. We hope you are enjoying this presentation of Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio. We have a target of 20,000 channel subscribers before the end of the spring. We need your help to reach that goal. So please hit the subscribe button and the like button, and pick a friend or family member to whom you can share the game. We are happy you are watching and hope you consider becoming a member for access to different member-only content.
We're back with you on Cardinal Baseball Live here on Tradio. Happy to be joined alongside the head coach, Rusty Greer. Coach, your team getting back into district play here this week. A couple of big games upcoming. Before we talk about those, I want to talk about the trip to Lubbock, Texas. Your team, what are your thoughts after those 2 games? You win both of those games, and you do it in pretty convincing fashion, Coach.
Yeah, well, it was obviously a good 2 games for us, but I think I was happiest because these kids, they don't go on the road for 3 days at a time, and so they're out of their routine, and it can drain you. And I think our team responded well. We went out on Monday. We practiced that evening, got up and played. We went to we ate breakfast, went to D-bat and hit. Tried to keep them on as much of a routine as I could keep them on, and I came out Tuesday night and swung the bats, and then did the same thing again on Wednesday. And I was impressed with our offense. I thought we ran the bases well. I thought we got timely hits, meaning even though it weren't close games, they were timely hits that put us to a run rule situation. And I don't think we quit. I think there was a time or two where we did lose focus, maybe because of the score. And that's one thing that we preach to these guys is that and we've talked about it before, is you finish the game. It's 7 innings. It doesn't matter what the score is, finish the game. And we have gotten a lot better at that over the course of the year. There was a couple of times that I thought our focus waned, but we got right back to it. And I think we got back to it through our offense. I thought we pitched well. We shut them out in game 1, gave up 4 runs in game 2. And really in game 2, I thought that Bateras did a nice job. He had a couple double plays that weren't turned. It could have been very easily another 0 up there, but overall I thought we played well, and I was proud of the guys for the way they handled the entire trip in general.
And Coach, you brought up the stolen bases, and throughout this season, it's just been unbelievable. And I know I wasn't a part of doing the games a year ago, but just from looking at the numbers this year, to have 110 stolen bases almost, and multiple guys doing it with so much success. I know we touched on it earlier in the year, be aggressive, but to be aggressive and also be so successful, where does that come from this team being so good at stealing bases and taking the extra base?
Well, I think in both those situations, it comes down to lack of fear. And when I say that, I mean they don't have to worry about me blowing a gasket on them if they get thrown out. And it doesn't matter what the situation is. It doesn't matter what the base is. You know, the old rule of thumb of we don't make the first or third out at third base because we're in scoring position. Well, for me, that's out the window. I want them to be aggressive, and I've told them if you get thrown out, keep running, and if you get thrown out, keep running. Because at this level, you can steal bases, and at this level, if the more pressure you apply and get the ball in the air, good things can happen for you. Yeah, we're gonna get thrown out, and we have been thrown out. We've been picked off. We've had inside moves, but overall, they've been super aggressive. And last year we stole 96 bases, and if I'm being honest with you, one of my goals was still 100 this year. And we've gone past that. So now, what's the mark? I'm not sure, but we're going to keep running and keep giving it a whirl.
Well, the mark right now, from what I have seen, 109. So you've reached that goal with still much room on the table. Griffin Carney and Grady Emerson and Braylon James all over 20 apiece. But I love what you said about not being fearful. And does that kind of dovetail as well as a similar approach basically with anything you do on the mound or at the plate with 2 strikes, not being afraid of making a mistake?
Correct. I want them to go play the game and not be afraid to make a mistake, but at the same time understand that we did make a mistake, and what do I do different next time? And that's part of what I tried starting way back in September to relay to these guys is it's all right to make mistakes, but how do we learn from them, and what do we do as we move forward? And so I think they've done a good job of that, understanding where they made a mistake, talking through it at times. And I think we've done a great job on the basis of taking the extra base, going first to third, or even home to second. They run the bases really hard, and that's kind of a mandate that we have. But just even if you go down to swinging a bat, I want them to be competitive and understand that this matters. And how am I competitive and without crossing the selfish line? And if I do make a mistake, what do I do different in my next at bat with a runner on third and less than 2 outs? Do I go to a B swing, a C swing to get the run home because my sole job is to get that runner home from third? And so we worked through some of that stuff, and we still continue to work through that because they're high school players, but they've gotten much better at it since day one for sure.
And a guy, it's hard to say maybe he's getting much better, but he certainly had a big bounce back effort. And you said you were expecting that, you were looking for that. That's exactly what Greg Smeds did, a complete game shutout. I know that can get lost in the shuffle when you score 10 runs and win in short game fashion in 5 innings. But Greg Smeds, the ace of your staff, what can you say about his outing last week, and what do you expect from him here this week?
Well, I liked his bounce back. To your point, I didn't think he was himself his prior start, and we talked about that. He came out with a little more fire and energy. And what people don't realize and understand is, yes, he threw 5 innings, and we won 10-0 on a run rule. But what happens there is a trickle down effect, and so that trickle down effect becomes, because he did that, we swung the bats, and he was himself. Now going into game 2, which we really want to win because now we can sweep, is we have everybody on our staff available. We didn't have to dip into the bullpen at all. And so that gives you peace of mind knowing that you can use guys, 1 inning, multiple innings, whatever it may be, and you can kind of mix and match and bring guys in depending upon what the game situation is. And I think that helped us. We're on the flip side. If our starter goes out and goes 2 innings or 3 innings, and we have to start dipping in the bullpen in the first game of the series, it makes it a little more contentious as you get to the back end of game 2, especially if that game has a chance to go into extra innings. So great bounce back from Smeds. I like what I saw, and that's who he is to me. Whereas the prior start, he just wasn't himself, and I think that was just a lack of energy and focus and intent where he had it last Tuesday.
Well, final thing, Coach, as you get back into district play, those 2 wins last week move you to 7-1 atop the district now, going up against All Saints. What do you know about them? What do you expect from them?
Well, we played them. We played them last year. We split with them last year. They're going to be a good program. They're not going to let you just throw your hat on the field for sure. We're going to have to continue to push and play those 7 innings. We need a good start on the mound from Greg on Thursday and Bateris on Friday. And I like our chances. If we come out and just stay focused and have that intent and play our game, I like our chances.
Well, Coach, thanks so much for your time and best of luck.
Thank you, Will.
So great to hear from head coach Rusty Greer. Let's look at the starting lineups for Fort Worth Christian as we get ready to get this ball game underway. The Cardinals going with Jake Parkerson at third, Grady Emerson at short, Griffin Carney at second, Andrew Ridgel at first to round out the all-senior infield. Out in the outfield, the Cardinals, 3 seniors as well. Braylon James in center, Jackson Castleberry in right, and Jackson Purdue out in left. And the battery and DH, David Salas, the starter for the Cardinals. Hank Austin behind the plate, and Blaine McDonald, tonight's designated hitter against the Angels of HSAA. As we welcome you in for some baseball tonight. Pretty good weather here in North Richland Hills, Texas. Perhaps a little on the chilly side, 68 degrees, some clouds as it's right at 7 o'clock tonight. Wind gusts just up to about 12 miles per hour, so pretty far down to some games that Tim Polster and I have seen throughout this year. But we're so glad to not have too much wind, but we're glad for Cardinal baseball being on the docket here tonight. David Salas, a look at our starter this evening, a 3.5 ERA in 20 innings pitched. He has 22 strikeouts and a 1.35 whip for the sophomore right-hander as he looks to improve upon his efforts throughout this season. Started the year as one of the top 2 guys in the rotation alongside Greg Smeds, but after starting 1 district game's been moved to get action now within the midweek and having an opportunity here and looking to take advantage of it as We get ready for action here from Keck Corton Field. It's the Cardinals and the Angels of HSAA. If you were looking at the schedule this morning, you saw Thesa on the schedule, but late change, and we actually have a little action against HSAA for a second time this season. These two teams met back on the 13th of February, and it was a 7-2 win for Fort Worth Christian. So these two teams going at it for the second time this season and looking forward to it. And the center fielder, Miles Sutphin, leads things off for the Angels here against David Salas. Cardinals 22-5-1. They've scored 60 runs over their last 4 games, a 7-1 mark in district play. And Salas works and throws the first one up and in as we are underway here from Keck Corton Field. Sutphin rips to center, and he has a single up the middle on a 1-0 count. And he knocks it right to Braylon James. So a leadoff single for Miles Sutphin, and it brings the shortstop Jagger Webb to the plate. So 2 pitches in. David Salas will have to work with a runner aboard. With Sutphin, a leadoff single to begin the top of the first inning. Now Salas a swing and a miss, 0-1 count here to Webb. Webb had one of the 2 hits against the Cardinals. The last time these two teams met, HSAA held to just 2 hits and they scored 2 runs, a 7-2 victory for the Cardinals. Salas currently 3rd on the staff with 20 innings logged behind the 2 district starters now, Greg Smeds and Cale Brateris, who we expect to see start on Thursday and Friday this week. With the Cardinals having a series against Fort Worth All Saints, we'll have that game for you on Tradio here Friday night. For Salas, his 8th overall appearance this season and 7th start. He's come out of the bullpen just 1 time, and that came last week in Lubbock. As it's down and out. 2 balls and a strike here to Jagger Webb, the shortstop, hitting with Miles Sutphin, the runner at first, after leading off the inning with a single. And it's fouled away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And for David Salas, each of his last 2 outings have spanned less than an inning. He started against Southwest Christian on March 20th and just logged 1 inning, faced 7 batters, and ended up picking up the loss. Only allowed 1 hit, but 6 runs and 5 walks. And then through 2/3 of an inning in the series finale against Trinity Christian in Lubbock, as that is fouled away. The count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. But 20 innings on the air for Salas, coming into tonight with a 3-1 record for the sophomore right-hander. And in 20 innings, he's only allowed 5 hits this season, but 10 earned runs. He has 22 walks and 22 strikeouts in that time. And make it 23 as he catches Webb looking for the first out here in the top of the first inning.
7, Colson Castillo.
It brings Colson Castillo to the plate after David Salas logs a strikeout. We saw Salas have a 7 strikeout game against Legacy Christian Academy back on February 12th. That was the day before they took on this HSAA squad. But he went 5 shutout innings, picked up the victory, only allowed 1 hit as that is grounded to Emerson, flips off to Carney. It could be 2 on the first in time, and a 6-4-3 inning-ending double play Salas puts up a 0 in the top of the first, and the Cardinal bats come to the plate next here on Tradio. Welcome back as we start the bottom of the first inning. Angels and Cardinals playing here in non-district action. Griffin Carney leads us off. It's Atticus Irani, the right-handed starter for the Angels, and his first pitch is down to Griffin Carney. So Carney, who was an all-state selection a year ago, hit .421, having another great season here in his senior campaign. Atop this Rusty Greer lineup, and he watches for a strike, a ball and a strike the count. Carney, second on the team in total bases. He rides a 24-game on-base streak into tonight, either getting aboard on a hit, walk, or hit by pitch in 24 straight games. Exactly what you want out of your leadoff man, and he's been swinging the stick really well as of late, with hits in 9 of his last 10 games. And he's now ahead of the count, 3 balls and a strike. Carney on a 4-game hit streak. He's actually, in fact, 8 for his last 15 at the plate. Over the last 4 games, his .381 batting average, currently 4th on the team, and getting aboard nearly 50% of the time. He draws a walk. That extends the on-base streak to 25 consecutive games for Griffin Carney. How impressive has he been?
Shortstop, number 2,
maybe the
Grady
most impressive
Emerson.
thing about him, as he leads this team in stolen bases with 26, and he gets aboard right here. Catching up with Rusty Greer, if you missed the pregame interview, a team that was just shy of 100 stolen bags as a team last year. As there's a throw over by Irania, gets away from the first baseman Barber and allows Carney to go into second safely. So right away, a runner in scoring position here for Grady Emerson. As the Cardinals' aggression in the mind of Atticus Irani, and he throws it away. And now Grady Emerson, who's really been swinging it. He's in his hottest stretch of the year, but he really hasn't cooled off at all throughout the duration of what has just been an unbelievable senior campaign. The first one in for a strike in his first year with the Cardinals, coming over from Argyle, the top high school player in America with 19 extra base hits this season. That's 10 more than the next highest mark on the team. And a 0-1 count. And Carney goes off running and gets in a rundown in between second and third. He tries to navigate around the tag, slides in, but he is tagged out. And so the first down of the inning is Griffin Carney being picked off. It was a pickoff attempt that allowed him to get to second, but it's also a pickoff attempt that gets him off the base paths in between second and third. As Webb is able to toss it over to Castillo, and the second baseman makes the tag, and now Grady Emerson takes upstairs. So one out with 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Here to Emerson. And Grady Emerson pulls this to right, and he has himself a base hit. It gets behind the right fielder, Garcia, and Grady will take the extra base on an error, so make it a single for Grady Emerson. He gets to second on the air. And Grady, just like Griffin Carney, continues an impressive streak and gets it out of the way here in the first inning. Now on a 29-game on-base streak for Grady Emerson. That's every single game that the Cardinals have had this year. Emerson's been aboard, and he extends his hit streak to 14 straight games and is now on second here for Braylon James. James at the plate, and he watches the first thrown by Iraney for a strike. Atticus Iraney, he's faced the Cardinals before. In mid-February, went 3 2/3, allowed 3 earned, did pick up 6 strikeouts in that game. And now faces Braylon James, the first-team All-District selection from a year ago. Was one of the leaders on the team alongside Griffin Carney, and then you insert Castleberry and Grady Emerson into this lineup coming over from Argyle, and it's made it a really tough first 4 hitters in this order. And it doesn't stop there with Jake Parkerson and Andrew Ridgel to follow, who have both put together great seasons. But Braylon James hitting with an 0-2 count. The Snead State Community College commit. At the plate now, trying to give the Cardinals an early lead with Emerson at second. He watches low and inside. So Emerson now 13 for his last 18 at the plate with a single here in the first inning and advancing to second on the air. A 14-game hit streak. It's Braylon, who's coming off a 4 RBI effort in the series finale against Lubbock Trinity Christian. He went 2 for 4 with a double, a run scored, and 4 RBIs. He's scored a run in 4 consecutive games as well. Second on the team with 28 driven in. Looking to drive one in here, but he takes for ball 2 to even the count. So 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Braylon James. He put a couple over the wall a year ago. No bombs this year for the 3-hole in the Cardinals order. And a 2-2 pitch awaits from Iraney. James staying alive, fouls it back. James, a second-team All-Stater and first-team All-District selection last year when he hit .342 and stole 26 bags. Well, he's over 20 once again this year, and he's doing it with great success. 21 stolen bases. He's only been caught once. Grady Emerson, he's 25 of 25. 3 Cardinals, the first 3 in the order. All above 20 stolen bases on the year. And that is why they have taken 109 bags through 28 games coming into tonight. As James So the 2-2 hits it right to second base. It's gathered by Castillo. Emerson able to get back to second in time, but now there's 2 outs for Jackson Castleberry.
The right fielder, number 11, Jackson Castleberry.
Jackson Castleberry, the big physical cleanup man for Rusty Greer's team, a .351 hitter, 23 runs scored, 1 home run for the senior outfielder. His first season with the Cardinals. It's been a good one. He's got the bat going certainly over the last few weeks as he watches the first outside. Has hit safely in 8 of his last 9 games. Does have that 1 home run. He's been patient at the plate as well, as he's drawn a walk in 4 of the last 5 and has scored a run in each of the last 4 games. It's pretty much all the Cardinals have got involved in the scoring as of late. They've scored 60 total runs over the last 4 games. Is a shot down by Wurtzema to second, but Emerson easily trotting back to second in time, keeping an eye on the speedy shortstop at second with Castleberry at the plate. 6'2", 215, going on to play Division I ball at UT Arlington next season. One of 5 players signed to play at the next level. That includes the man at second, Grady Emerson, going to play at Texas, although projected as a top pick in this summer's MLB draft. The Cardinals' great shortstop at Castleberry trying to drive him in here. Hits with a 3-0 count. We'll see if the light is green for Jackson Castleberry. Irady kicks and deals. Castleberry watches for a strike. So Castleberry, a .351 hitter, a .458 OBP. His OPS at .950. Slugging just shy of .500 as well. And from 3-0 to now 3-2 here to Castleberry, who's very speedy as well. He's got 18 stolen bases. Hitting about .300 with runners in scoring position. And the payoff pitch here from Atticus Irani. And he'll take a check at Emerson. Gets back to second. The 20th offering of the inning upcoming from the right-hander. It's a full count pitch on the menu here to Jackson Castleberry. And Castleberry now wants time. So 5 extra base hits on the year for the cleanup man. He's had 4 2-out RBIs this season. Looking to come through with one here with Emerson at second. And so from 3-0 to 3-2. Castleberry watches down and out. Emerson was off with the pitch and takes third. And that puts runners at the corners as Castleberry draws the walk. And that brings Jake Parkerson to the plate. What a year the senior has had. You're reading that right. He's hitting .429 this season. The senior handling duties at the hot corner. He hit .295 a year ago with a team best 9 doubles at the North Central Texas College commit, though a .429 mark on the year, getting on base more than 50% of the time, posting a .512 OBP OPS at 1,100 with 1 home run, 22 driven in, and he's hitting .500 on balls that he has put in play this year. Castleberry is off. Throw down to second is cut off by Castillo, but it goes into the outfield, allows Grady Emerson to come across and score. And so the Cardinals manufacture a run with the first and third sequence, and they are leading now 1-0 here on the bottom of the first inning. So with runners on the corners, Castleberry takes second. Emerson comes home on the air. And the Cardinals take a 1-0 lead with a 1-1 count now to Jake Parkerson. And Parkerson takes for a strike, a 1-2 count now. He's got 8 extra base hits on the season. Went 4 for 6 in the series against Trinity Christian in Lubbock. Had multi-hit games in both games of the series. And the 1-2. He watches right down the pipe for strike 3. So Irani catches him looking to end the inning, but the Cardinals score a run. They lead 1-0 after an inning. You're watching Cardinal Baseball live here on Tradio. So a 1-0 score as we start the top of the second inning, and it starts with David Salas, who threw a 0 on the scoreboard in the top of the first. Fires a strike, and that's grounded to second. Griffin Carney down on it, and Malachi McAdams, the third baseman, grounds out to second.
The fielder,
For the first down
Isaac
here in the top of the
Zabrzinski.
second inning. Another look. Salas gets in on the hands of McAdams, and Carney. Excellent defense up the middle for the Cardinals, and clean on that occasion. And now David Salas. This is upstairs on the first offering. To Isaac Zabrzinski, left fielder for the Angels. And he skies this high on the left side. Grady Emerson camped under it, and he makes the grab. So 2 quick outs for David Salas.
The catcher, number 12, Hudson Wurtzman.
Efficiency. That's exactly what the Cardinals are looking for out of David Salas. It's his first time starting since he just went a third of an inning against Southwest Christian. It was a tough day at the park for him. Just a third of an inning, allowing 6 runs, walking 5, and being pulled and handed the loss in that outing. But through an inning and 2/3 so far tonight, has looked pretty sharp. Hudson Wurtzman at the plate, and it's an 0-2 count. So Salas looking for a speedy top of the second. Out of the wind he delivers, and it's fouled back. Oh, dead ball actually, and Wurtzman will take first base. There's an 0-2 count. It looks like catcher's interference was perhaps the call to award Wurtzman the first base bag, and Rusty Greer now talking with Hank Austin, his catcher, making sure he's okay, with the athletic training staff as well. The senior catcher heading to play at Sul Ross State, an NCAA Division II school next year. Takes a check on the hand. But catcher's interference on an 0-2 pitch, allowing Wurtzema to reach first. Brings Jack Barber to the plate. 2 outs, 1 on. So Salas, first one misses upstairs. As a freshman, David Salas threw 18 1/3, went 3-1 at a 4.20 ERA. But walked 19, struck out 17. So as a true freshman, really saw the stuff was there with the punch outs, wanted to refine it more in the zone, and we've seen that at times this year. But at times we've seen him struggle with the command as well. Going through some of the pains of growing up as an arm, and certainly he's got the great stuff. One of the few underclassmen on this varsity roster. A 2-0 count here to Jack Barber, the first baseman. He fouls it back. So 2 balls and a strike is the count with 2 down. And soft ground ball. Salas ranges to grab it, flips it on to first in time. Bridgel there to make the grab, and he'll be 2 up when we come back. A 1-0 score as we head to the home half of the second here on Tradio.
My name is Kendall Bryant. I'm in 8th grade, and this is my 3rd year at Fort Worth Christian. My favorite thing about Fort Worth Christian is how everyone feels like a family, and it's a very close-knit community.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
My name is Brooks Hill, and I've been at Fort Worth Christian for 3 years now. My favorite thing is probably getting the opportunity to represent Christ in everything that we do here, whether that's band or athletics or just in the classroom.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
And now for the Cardinals, the first baseman, number 9, Andrew
Welcome
Rachel.
back to Cardinal Baseball Live here on Tradio. Cardinals leading 1-0. As we start the bottom of the second, Andrew Ridgel leading us off. Ridgel watching the first down and out. Rides an 8-game hit streak into tonight's action. And ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Atticus Irene gets a looking strikeout to end the bottom of the first inning. Catching Jake Parkerson, however, the Cardinals able to manufacture a run with the first and third movement and an error allowing a run to come across and score. Ridgel fouls it back. Andrew Ridgel, though, having a breakout senior season. Hitting .462, that's second best on the team, only to Grady Emerson. Getting on base on a .577 clip. And a check swing foul ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. But the senior, 8-game hit streak. He actually has 14 hits in that span with 3 doubles and has driven in a run in 7 of the last 8 games with a dozen RBIs over the last 8. And that's the ground ball, soft tapper to short. Webb on to first. It's not in time. Andrew Ridgel, an infield single will do. That extends his hit streak to 9 games, and the senior gets aboard to begin the bottom of the second inning. Another look at the play as Ridgel hustling down that first base line. Barber looking for the scoop, but Ridgel just beating it by a step as we took a gander at the replay. And now Blaine McDonald comes up to the plate. Not seen a ton of action as of late for McDonald, at least with the bat in his hands. Last at bat he had was against Grace Prep on March 24th. So 2 weeks since he's had an AB in live game action, and in that game went 0 for 3, but has had some impressive ABs throughout this season. Certainly has been a strong arm out of the back end of the bullpen as well, and really got off to a hot start here this season. Late February was hitting north of 350, a 353 average on February 20th. He started the year really strong. An opportunity, and the Cardinals order tonight. And ball 4, Blaine McDonald able to work a walk to put runners on first and second. Here with nobody down.
The left fielder, number 25,
really, when you look at that
Jackson
DH spot, it's been occupied by a variety of guys. You have McDonald there, and then you have Parkerson there with the 2 occupying third. And then you saw a little bit of Jacob Ward as well last week. And you had a 4 RBI game, 5 RBIs in total for the freshman in the series against Trinity Christian, which included the first home run of the season for him. Not in the starting lineup tonight, but now it's Jackson Purdue, the senior, hitting with runners on first and second. And first one, he grounds to second, and a flip on to first, and getting back on the bag in time is the first baseman Barber, but it allows runners to get to second and third. So a productive at bat for Jackson Purdue, who's been on base in all 6 games that he's played this year, either by a hit, walk, or hit by pitch. And the ground ball to the right side will do to put 2 in scoring position for the senior Hank Austin. Watches the first off the plate. Austin had limited action a year ago, only 6 at-bats, but riding a 3-game hit streak. He's 4 for his last 10 at the plate, one of his best stretches of the season. A swing and a miss, 3-game hit streak, 4-game on-base streak for the senior catcher at the bottom of this order. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 on for the Cardinals here on the bottom of the second inning. And the senior catcher trying to come through. Swing and a miss as Irene fires the fastball behind Austin. So a ball and 2 strikes here to Austin with runners on second and third. And a swing and a miss. Austin goes down on strikes for the second out. And that'll bring us back to the top of the order. So 1 turn through the order for Atticus Irene. He's allowed 1 run on 2 hits. But his Angels also committing 2 errors that certainly didn't help his cause. And the lineup flips back to the top. It's Griffin Carney, who hits with 2 in scoring position. And first pitch swinging. skies it out to right. And Garcia is there to make the grab. So the Cardinals get a couple on, but both stranded in scoring position. We're through 2. Fort Worth Christian leads 1-0. So we start the top of the 3rd inning. Another inning of action for David Salas. A couple zeros already put up on the scoreboard. Exactly what the young right-hander wants to do. Really seeing him come out with some good stuff after some struggles in his last start. Got to toe the rubber for a little bit last week in relief. Slided back into midweek action against the Angels of HSAA. Found out about the opponent of tonight's game. What was it? Late this morning, there was a change in the opposition. It was going to be Visa for a second time, but instead, now HSAA, who the Cardinals played in mid-February and won 7-2. Non-district action here this evening. Cardinals will enter back into district play. Well, they'll try to remain atop the league coming up against All Saints on Thursday and Friday. 3 balls and a strike is the count. And Salas issues a walk to begin the top of the 3rd. As Stone Garcia works a 5-pitch walk, and it brings Atticus Iraney to the plate. Iraney reached twice against the Cardinals when the two teams met last time. Again, they just had 2 hits in that game, one from Jagger Webb, one from Atticus Iraney, who's set to hit. But first, a visit to the mound from pitching coach John Hampton, talking with the sophomore right-hander on the bump with Hank Austin as well, as the senior catcher and pitching coach talked to David Salas after he issued the walk. And breaks out a smile out on the mound as he gets to face a runner or face a batter now with a runner aboard here in the top of the third inning. So Salas against the starter. Atticus Irady, the starting pitcher for the Angels, up to the plate. And the first one, he goes around on it. 0-1 count. But Irady trying to help his own cause at the plate as the Angels get a leadoff runner aboard, with Garcia drawing the walk. Garcia sees it down and takes second. Makes it 1 ball and 1 strike. But now a runner at second base. Two balls and a strike. Salas now working with a runner in scoring position. Garcia at second with nobody down. A 1-run ball game, top of the third. And 2 balls and a strike is the count here to Atticus Irady. And that's a ground ball to Carney. Garcia will advance to third. Irady grounds out for the first out of the inning. But now the Angels have the tying run just 90 feet away. And that flips us
the center fielder, number 16, Miles Sutton.
Back to the top of the order. Miles Sutton comes up to the plate with a runner at third and just 1 down, as Salas will try to help the Cardinals hold on to the slim 1-run lead now, but that tying run now out at third after the ground ball, and he misses low and out on the first here to Sutton. The 1-0. Salas put the breaking ball in the zone to even the count. That scoots away from Austin, but he quickly recovers as it caroms off the backstop, and he slides in. It is ball 2, but it was Austin on the hop with that tying run at third, and Garcia who stays put. And that's lifted out to right center field and down. Sutton ties up the ball game with an RBI single to right. Garcia comes home to score, and we're knotted at 1 here in the top of the third inning.
The shortstop, number 2, Jagger Webb.
That brings Jagger Webb to the plate after the game-tying RBI single from Miles Sutton. Webb pulls it to short. Emerson to Carney to first in time. And the Cardinals turn 2 for the second time. But it's a 1-1 score as we go to the bottom of the third. Miles Sutphin ties us up. But we take a look at the 6-4-3 turn as we send you to break. Tied at 1 as we go to the bottom of the third.
Hi, my name is Madeline Moda. I'm in 9th grade, and this is my 4th year at Fort Worth Christian. I enjoy so much about FWC, especially the community. You can tell the teachers truly care, and I love how Christ is incorporated into every classroom. I love that at FWC, you can be included in so many aspects of the school and so many new opportunities.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
Tristan Coleman, 11th grade. This is my first year at Fort Worth Christian. I think that I really like about Fort Worth Christian is just the community aspect of it. Once I got here, I feel like everybody just kind of like brought me in and was super kind. And I never really been in like an environment to where like everybody's just nice like that. Like it doesn't really feel like school for me. It feels like a community. Like I'm actually going there having fun and learning.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
Emerson.
Teaching his team. So Rusty Greer in the dugout teaching his team. Coaching these guys up as you get a look at that shot coming back from break. Grady Emerson leads us off as we start the bottom of the third inning. He takes a strike. Speaking with Rusty a couple of weeks back and drawing on that big league experience that he had, a Texas Ranger Hall of Famer, one of 2 big leaguers on this staff, Curtis Wilkerson as well, who coaches first base. And the man at the plate many expect to be in the show someday, Grady Emerson. As he pops this one up in foul territory, chasing for it. And the backstop able to make the grab in foul ground. Hudson Wurtzema coming up
The center fielder, number 17.
for the first out. Grady Emerson, if you're just joining us, extended his hit streak to 14 games and his on-base streak to 29 games, reaching safely in every ball game the Cardinals have had this year after he led off or had a single shortly after this ball game started in the bottom of the first inning. So 2, 3, and 4 scheduled to hit for the Cardinals here on the bottom of the third. Emerson pops out in foul ground. It brings Braylon James to the plate. And James skies one. Out to center. And Sutphin, who tied up the ball game last half inning with an RBI single, hauls it in for the second out. So the first 2 of this inning retired.
Jackson Castleberry.
And it brings Jackson Castleberry to the plate. Hitting .351 on the year for the senior. And first one he takes down. So Atticus Irini trying to work through 3 innings. He went 3 2/3 in mid-February when these 2 teams met. He's issued 3 walks in this ball game. Through about a time and a half through this order. Currently on his second turn through this Cardinals lineup. One of those walks came to Castleberry, who now hits with a 1-ball, 1-strike count, and it's down and out. So before we get the 2-1, Jackson Castleberry wants time. The senior heading off to UT Arlington. He, Braylon James, Grady Emerson, Jake Parkerson, all committed to play at the next level as Castleberry pulls this one, but it's foul. If he straightens that out, it's extra bases, but Castleberry, who has hit safely in 8 of his last 9 games, pulls it foul. The one run in this game for the Cardinals coming in the bottom of the first inning. It was Grady Emerson who singled, then came home to score. And the 2-2 misses off the plate, so Castleberry hitting with another 3-ball count. He walked his last time up. He's now walked as many times as he struck out this year with that free pass drawn in the first inning. And calls for time once again. Out of the stretch, Irani fires and walks Castleberry for a second time. A 2-out walk extends the inning down to Jake Parkerson, who was caught looking his last time up to end the bottom of the first. And digs in once again. Parkerson, a .429 clip on the year with a .512 OBP. He's driven in 22 and chases upstairs on the first one. He's got 11 2-out RBIs this year. With Castleberry good wheels at first base, perhaps one in the gap could score somebody, or Castleberry will try to get in a scoring position here, and he does so successfully. It was funny talking with head coach Rusty Greer ahead of this game. You may have heard it on the pregame interview. He said, last year we stole 96 bags as a team. We wanted to get to the century mark, and well, they have hit that. That is now their 110th stolen bag this year. And he said the biggest component of that is telling the guys to not be afraid. We're going to get caught, but none of those traditional rules of not making the first or third out at third don't really apply to the Cardinals. They want to be aggressive at all times. Case in point here, Castleberry was moving, and it's Parkerson who hits it to left. Castleberry comes home to score, and the Cardinals take back the lead. They're on top 2-1 with the RBI from Jake Parkerson. Parkerson with Castleberry running, no shot to get him at home as he knocks it right over the outstretched glove of Jagger Webb at short. And Jake Parkerson, the North Central Texas college commit, able to come home or bring home Jackson Castleberry, and it brings Andrew Ridgel to the plate. An infield single last time up to extend his hit streak to 9 straight games. Got 15 hits over the last 9 games. Been on an absolute tear for the Cardinals out of the 6th spot in the order. Was primarily hitting in the bottom third, but has been moved up, and it's come with even more success for a guy that's second on the team with a .462 batting average. So Jake Parkerson comes through. It's his 12th 2-out RBI this year, which is second most on the team. And when he puts the ball in play, good things happen, hitting above 500 on balls that he has put in play this year. Some call it your BABIP, but batting average on balls in play. A little bit higher than his average of .429 overall on the year. But he stands at first after the RBI single, and now Ridgel will hit with a friendly count as it misses upstairs. 3 balls and a strike here to Andrew Ridgel. And Ridgel turns on this one to left. It's down. A 2-hit day for Andrew Ridgel. He continues his tear. Runners on first and second here in the bottom of the third for the Cardinals.
Designated hitter number 20, Blaine McDonald.
So Andrew Ridgel just won't stop hitting. Hasn't struck out over his last 30 plate appearances now. Hitting nearly 600 with runners in scoring position, over 460 in total on the year coming into tonight for the senior. And well, he's 2 for 2. Standing at first, there's Parkerson at second. And Blaine McDonald at the plate, who drew a walk his last time up. Takes for a called strike. So Atticus Iraney trying to work through 3 innings. He's walked 4, struck out 2. Has surrendered 4 hits, 2 runs, one of them earned, and 1 unearned run, as the Cardinals lead by a run. And McDonald pops this up. Webb under it at short. He makes the grab, and the Cardinals once again strand a pair out in scoring position, but not before Jake Parkerson just gets it over the outstretched glove of Jagger Webb at short, brings home Jackson Castleberry, and the Cardinals lead 2-1 after 3 here from Keck Field.
Fort Worth Christian School is Christ-centered, college preparatory school where every student is known, loved, and valued. At FWC, students are challenged to pursue excellence in the classroom, in competition, and in their faith, all while being equipped with a strong biblical worldview. From standout academics and championship athletics to award-winning fine arts and a vibrant student community, Fort Worth Christian is preparing tomorrow's leaders today. We invite you to discover the difference for your family. Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
The beautiful sights here at Keck Field. Fort Worth Christian hosting HSAA. The Angels, a homeschool team out of the Dallas area tonight. Here in non-district action, David Salas beginning his 4th inning of work. A 2-1 score. The Cardinals have the lead after Jake Parkerson drives one in to put the Cardinals on top, as David Salas is set to face the middle of the Angels lineup here in the top of the 4th inning. As Colson Castillo leads us off in the first one up and in.
Number 7, Colson Castillo.
So for the Cardinals, just 2 runs on the board, leading 2-1. Much different than what we've seen from them as of late, with 60 total runs in their last 4 games coming into tonight. But midway through this game, it's been more of a pitcher's duel between David Salas and Atticus Iraney. Salas so far, 3 innings, 2 hits, just the 1 run, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout as well. He lays one right down the pipe. Here to Castillo, 0 for 1 tonight. Salas makes it a full count. Salas misfires inside. He worked it back to a full count, but issues another leadoff walk to begin the top of the 4th inning. So runner at first after the leadoff walk, bunt being shown. Austin popped down to first, and what a shot by the senior catcher to get Castillo off the base paths for the first out. We take another look. As Austin was on the hop, Salas delivers the pitch. Castillo gets way off the bag. And you see Ridgel apply the tag before he can dive back into first safely. The senior catcher showing the hose behind the plate for the first out. So that erases the leadoff walk, and now it's Malachi McAdams at the plate. 0 for 1 tonight. Hits with a ball and a strike the count with 1 out, nobody on, and the Cardinals leading 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike. Salas just over 40 pitches tonight. Out of the windup, he fires it inside. When he's been in the zone, he's been just dominant at times this year. Trying to work in the zone here. It's a 3-1 count. The leadoff walk was cut off the base paths by the backstop. Hank Austin picks off the runner. There is a swing and a miss on the breaking ball. McAdams goes for it and makes it a full count. And the 3-2 awaits, and time is called. So Salas, he got his first action in relief in Lubbock last week, went 2/3 of an inning, faced 3 batters. But before that, he had 3 straight starts of 5 walks in each outing. And he plunks McAdams there on the full count pitch, allows him to reach, so a free base issued. Once again, it was a leadoff walk to begin the inning. The runner back picked at first by the catcher, Hank Austin. And another full count. And then a hit by pitch to McAdams brings Isaac Zavazinski to the plate. With 1 out and 1 on here in the top of the 4th. Salas comes set. And the first is low, picked out of the turf by Austin. Ball 1. Check at first. Ridgel digs it. McAdams getting back to first in time as the sophomore right-hander wanted a check. Well, McAdams, who has just plunked on a 3-2 pitch. Zavazinski at the plate, 0 for 1 tonight. Salas pumps a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Here in the top of the 4th inning, it's a 1-run ball game. Swing and a miss. Salas with back-to-back strikes, now ahead in the count, 1-2. Runner is off. Austin throws down to second, and it's in time. Hank Austin, half an inning behind the plate. A leadoff walk, he back picks the runner at first. And on a 1-2 count, even with the pitch being down, Austin throws it down to second. And he's able to catch the would-be base stealer in McAdams. With 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. And now 2 outs. So a walk and hit by pitch, both off the bases because the senior catcher is showing off the arm in this inning. And right there, it's ripped out to right, and Jackson Castleberry came up thinking about firing, but pumps the brakes, and it allows Jabozinski to get aboard on a 2-out single to right field. So that'll bring Hudson Wurtzema to the plate. With 2 outs and 1 on, what an inning Hank Austin's having behind the plate. Catches a runner at second. Also picks off a runner at first. Salas fires. It's down. Ball 1 here to Hudson Wurtzema. David Salas coming set for the 1-1. He deals. It's down and out. Wurtzema. Check at first. Wurtzema, he reached on a catcher's interference last time up. And a check at first. Jabozinski able to get back in time. So the 2 outs in this inning. Despite the first 3 Angels reaching in this inning, have come from a pickoff, a caught stealing, both by Hank Austin. And ironically, it's the man at the plate, Wurtzema, who reached on what was a Hank Austin error, a catcher's interference. Last time up, that ball drilled toward right center field, but Jackson Castleberry's there to make the grab for the 3rd out. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Cardinals lead 2-1.
Thank you so much for joining the game with us today. We hope you are enjoying this presentation of Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio. We have a target of 20,000 channel subscribers before the end of the spring. We need your help to reach that goal. So please hit the subscribe button and the like button, and pick a friend or family member to whom you can share the game. We are happy you are watching and hope you consider becoming a member for access to different member-only content.
Jackson Purdue leads us off as we start the bottom of the fourth inning. 2-1 score. We welcome you back into Cardinal Baseball Live here on Tradio. Purdue, the senior left fielder, fouls it back. Had a productive at-bat last time up. Came up with runners on first and second. And a ground ball to the right side advanced runners to second and third. Although those runners were stranded out on the base paths. Purdue watches up and out. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Just the 7th game for Purdue. Was injured for a good portion to open up the season, but now back healthy, and the senior out and left. Swing and a miss, though. Irene able to fan him to begin this bottom of the fourth inning in what has been a good ball game tonight.
2-1, Hank Austin.
If you're just joining us, it was Grady Emerson who singled and scored in the first. The Cardinals took a 1-0 lead. And the Angels tie it in the top of the third on a Hudson Wurtsema. Miles Sutton. RBI single as Austin pops that up to right. And that's caught for the second out, so 2 quickly retired. But anyway, it was Emerson who singled and scored in the first, and then in the third it was Miles Sutton, who's working on a good night. He's 2 for 2 with an RBI. He tied it up with an RBI single in the top of the third. The Cardinals came back in the bottom of the third, and Jake Parkerson had an RBI single to give the Cardinals a 2-1 lead. And now with 2 down, it's Griffin Carney up for a third time. So 2 turns through the Cardinals' order. And Atticus Irene has gone 3 2/3, just 4 hits and 2 runs. Swing and a miss by Carney as he tries to expand the zone, but just one of those runs earned from the right-hander has had to work around 4 walks, does have 3 strikeouts, and ahead 0-2 here to Griffin Carney, who is 0 for 1 tonight, but he led off the ball game reaching on a walk. And was later picked off in between second and third. Watches down. Carney pops this in foul territory. Castleberry 2 stolen bases, Emerson 1. Up to 112 on the year. Carney watches down and out. So Carney now with some company in the stolen base department. He and Emerson each with 26 to lead this team. Comes after Carney had 28 in his All-State junior campaign. Looks like he's surely going to break that mark here this season. We shall see. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 down. Here to Griffin Carney. And Carney, soft ground ball to the right side. Irene takes it himself and wins the race to the bag. A 1-2-3 frame for the right-hander. It's a 2-1 score through 4 here from Keck Horton Field.
My name is Kendall Bryant. I'm in 8th grade, and this is my 3rd year at Fort Worth Christian. My favorite thing about Fort Worth Christian is how everyone feels like a family, and it's a very close-knit community.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
My name is Brooks Hill, and I've been at Fort Worth Christian for 3 years now. My favorite thing is probably getting the opportunity to represent Christ in everything that we do here, whether that's band or athletics or just in the classroom.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
The American way. Wild in the USA. We're getting wild, the American way. Wild in the USA.
We welcome you back to Cardinal Baseball Live here on Tradio. It's Fred Hall into the game. Those are the numbers. Reading that right, a 0 ERA for Fred Hall through 9 1/3 with 4 strikeouts, a .964 whip. Fred Hall has been great for the Cardinals here this season in his opportunities out on the mound. So that closes the book on Salas, who goes 4 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. 55 pitches. He faced 15 batters. And 28 of his 55 went for strikes. And now it's an opportunity for Fred Hall. It's his 7th appearance of the year. All have come out of the bullpen. As he looks to change the pace with Jack Barber leading things off here in the top of the 5th inning. Hall with 1 save on the season. That is ripped up the middle, past the reach of the shortstop Grady Emerson. So Barber begins this inning with a single.
The right fielder, number 22, Stone Garcia.
So Hall will try to work around the leadoff single, and it's a bunt gathered by Parkerson onto first in time. So well executed on both ends. Garcia drops down the bunt, but it does allow a runner in Barber to get into scoring position. So the tying run moving up to second base. And Hall, who has 1 save through 9 1/3 this year and has yet to surrender an earned run. We'll try to work around the leadoff single. Austin blocks it as Hall changes pace on the first offering to Atticus Iraney. But it didn't travel the full distance for ball 1. 1-0 count with 1 out. Tying run at second. Iraney 0 for 1 tonight. And the first 2 outside the zone. Last time out for Hall, it was against Coram Deo. He went 2 innings, faced 7 batters. Didn't allow a hit, and of course, didn't allow a run, just 1 walk. And we say of course because the right-hander hasn't let up an earned run all year. But this ball is smoked towards left field. Back on it, Jackson Purdue, runner tagging from second to third. They hit the cut in Grady Emerson, who controls the ball, but not before Jack Barber gets to third base. Now there's 2 outs. So Iraney hitting it deep enough to allow for an advancement, but That is the second out of the inning. And it does bring us to the top of the order. Here in Miles Sutphin, who's working on a big day at the plate so far. He's accounted for the lone RBI for the Angels tonight, as he had an RBI single in the third inning. He is 2 for 2. He has 2 of the 4 Angels hits and the lone RBI as the top of the order is up with the tying run at third, and Sutphin watches the first for a strike called. As they deploy Hall here in the 5th. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs here to the top of the order. And Miles Sutphin, who's 2 for 2. A big spot for Hall, who's had back-to-back 2-inning outings. Had only allowed 1 base runner over his last 4 innings. Before beginning this outing, leading off the inning with a single, was Barber, who's now at third. 2 balls and a strike the count. Sutphin working on a 2 for 2 day. And he grounds this up the middle. Miles Sutphin's 2 for 2. He ties, or 3 for 3. He ties the score at 2-2 with an RBI single up the middle with 2 outs to bring home Barber. And Fred Hall allows his first earned run of the year. And it comes in the top of the 5th, and it ties up the game. So Miles Sutphin is now 3 for 3 at the plate. He has both RBIs for the Angels, and he ties us at 2. Brings Jagger Webb up to the dish, and the first one fouled away. Hit out to right, Castleberry coming in to make the play as he slides for the third out of the inning. But out before Miles Sutphin adds on a hit. He's 3 for 3 today with both RBIs for the Angels, as this rip up the middle ties us at 2-2, but it's Castleberry who slides to make the third out as we go to the bottom of the 5th. All tied up at 2 here from Keck Horton Field.
The shortstop, number 2, Grady Emerson.
Grady Emerson leads us off here in the bottom of the 5th, a brand new ball game now. As Miles Sutphin Gets his 3rd hit of the day. And second RBI to tie us as Emerson skies this out to right. Gets well under it. And in there to make the grab for the first out in right is Garcia.
The center fielder, number 17, Braylon James.
And it brings Braylon James to the plate. Here with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Big swing and a miss from Braylon James. And the first from Atticus Irani, who's approaching 80 pitches tonight. James, ground ball to second. Castillo on to Barber. And a 4-3 ground out. As Irani's really settled in here in this outing, surrendered a run in the bottom of the 1st and 1 run in the 3rd, but put up a 0 in the 4th and has retired the first 2 here in the 5th as he faces Jackson Castleberry, who's walked in his first 2 plate appearances tonight. So after a ball thrown to Jackson Castleberry, a quick visit and conference out on the mound. Irani about to throw pitch number 80 tonight. The first 2 to Castleberry miss outside the zone. It was a similar spot in the 3rd when Castleberry drew a 2-out walk, and then he stole second and came home to score on a RBI single by the man on deck, Jake Parkerson. Can the Cardinals create a similar situation here in the 5th? We shall say, but Castleberry hitting with the 2-0 count. And Irani fires one in the zone. Irani, after going 3 2/3 with 6 punch-outs and 3 earned runs allowed against the Cardinals in mid-February, having better fortunes here tonight. But another solid effort for the right-hander, trying to work through 5 innings as it's fouled back by Castleberry. Castleberry watches a borderline pitch just off the plate. It makes it a 3-2 pitch upcoming here for Irani. He comes set and deals. Castleberry gets to the fastball up and in to stay alive. 3 balls and 2 strikes remains the count. With 2 down in the bottom of the 5th, a tied score at 2-2 with a full count pitch upcoming. The catcher Hudson Wurtzema talking with Irani. How do they want to approach Castleberry with a full count? He has walked twice tonight. He's now drawn a walk in 5 of the last 6 games, been really patient as of late, but also hits in 8 of his last 9 games as well. But a swing and a miss there. Castleberry strikes out to end the 5th inning. We're tied at 2 as we're off to the 6th here from Keck Horton Field.
Hi, my name is Kendall Bryant. I'm in 8th grade and this is my 3rd year at Fort Worth Christian. My favorite thing about Fort Worth Christian is how everyone feels like a family and it's a very close-knit community.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
My name is Brooks Hill, and I've been at Fort Worth Christian for 3 years now. My favorite thing is probably getting the opportunity to represent Christ in everything that we do here, whether that's band or athletics or just in the classroom.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
So Ben Rodriguez now into the game, the 3rd arm the Cardinals have used tonight. Started with David Salas working 4 innings, then Fred Hall, who surrenders his first earned run of the year. In the 5th, worked an inning, allowed a run. We're tied at 2, and Ben Rodriguez making his team-leading 11th appearance of the season, comes in with the score tied at 2 here in the 6th inning. Did not pitch in the 2 games in Lubbock. Last time out went 2 innings against Grace Prep. Has not allowed a run in each of his last 3 appearances that has spanned 4 1/3. Just a 1.44 ERA, the whip just above 1 for Rodriguez, who's only allowed 2 runs in 9 2/3 of this season in the Sidewinder. His 11th appearance. It comes in a 10th spot with the score tied at 2 as we start the 6th. Then his first goes to the backstop facing Colson Castillo to begin this 6th inning. And Ben Rodriguez for the 2-0. And a 4-pitch walk to begin the relief appearance for Ben Rodriguez allows Colson Castillo to reach.
The 3rd baseman, number 6, Malachi McAdams.
That'll bring Malachi McAdams up with 1 on, nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Rodriguez gets ahead. Emerson goes to second to get the lead runner on the ground ball to short. And so the force at second takes Castillo off the base paths. McAdams reaches
Another ground ball here, go. Let's go.
On a fielder's choice, and that makes one out and one on. Here in the top of the sixth for Isaac Zabazinski.
Come now! Come now, Isaac, 76, go tech! Come man!
Look up.
Zabazinski 1 for 2 tonight. The Angels with 2 runs, 5 hits, 3 errors. The Cardinals 2 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. Zabazinski, one of those 5 hits now for the Angels. Rodriguez comes to the plate. They waved the pitch off before Rodriguez was able to fire. And a balk was the ruling as Rodriguez delivered the pitch, so that awards McAdams second. Waved everything off after that. And so it should be, yes, still a 1 ball, 1 strike count with 1 out, but a runner advancing to second on the balk, and that is fouled away.
Waiting for you! Go on. 1, 2. What?
Ben Rodriguez comes up with the punch out as he catches Zabazinski looking for the second out of the inning. Big strikeout from Ben Rodriguez with the go-ahead run in scoring position for the second out. Brings Hudson Wurtzema to the plate. He watches for strike 1.
Come now, let's go, Huddy. Come now, kid. Let's go, Huddy. Hudson. Come now. Let's go, Twan. Let's go. Come, babe. Come now, kid.
So that's down into center. Braylon James coming up firing. Runner going to be held at third, and McAdams, the would-be go-ahead run, but a single for Wurtzema puts runners on the corners now with 2 down. And a big spot upcoming here for Jack Barber. Runners on the corners, 2 down. Tied game in the 6th as Rodriguez faces Barber, who's 1 for 2 tonight. And he hits this right at Emerson, who makes the grab to end the threat. We're tied at 2 as we head to the home half of the 6th here on Tradio.
Hi, my name is Madeline Moda. I'm the 9th grade, and this is my 4th year at 4th Christian. I enjoy so much about FWC, especially the community. You can tell the teachers truly care, and I love how Christ is incorporated into every classroom. I love that at FWC, you can be included in so many aspects of the school and so many new opportunities.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
Tristan Coleman, 11th grade. This is my first year at Fort Worth Christian. I think that I really like about Fort Worth Christian is just the community aspect of it. Once I got here, I feel like everybody just kind of brought me in and was super kind. and I never really been in like an environment to where like everybody's just nice like that. Like it doesn't really feel like school for me. It feels like a community. Like I'm actually going there having fun and learning.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
You're one of us. You're one of us. There's strength in our blood. You're one of us. You're one of us. We are legendary. We are not ordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our name.
We're back with you as we start the bottom of the 6th inning. Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio has presented a good one tonight, tied at 2. As we begin the home half of the 6th, Jake Parkerson to lead things off. And he takes the first for a strike. New arm into the game, closing the book on Atticus Irani, who goes 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. You have 4 strikeouts and 4 walks as well as Jake Parkerson pops it up. And the catcher Hudson Wurtzema able to make the grab. The new arm into the ballgame is Isaac Zabazinski. That moves Irani to first and Barber out to left, who was at first. Irani, his starting pitcher, now at first base. But Isaac Zabazinski, the first guy he faces, and Jake Parkerson, the well above 400 hitter, pops out. And now Ridgel, who's 2 for 2 tonight, a ground ball to short. And Webb is able to make the play. So 2 quick outs out of the bullpen for Zabazinski. And here in the bottom of the 6th inning, it brings Blaine McDonald as Ridgel walks back to the Cardinal dugout, seeing his hit streak extend to 9 games tonight, but retired for the first time on the ground ball to short. And Blaine McDonald will try to continue the line here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The 7th place hitter in the order. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. McDonald watches it inside, a 2-1 count. Blaine 0 for 1 tonight. Reached on a walk. He pulls it. Foul in front of the Cardinal dugout. Blaine McDonald rips this to left center, and a 2-out single keeps the inning alive. Good to see McDonald get a hold of it. A 2-2 pitch that he rips to left center. As we get another look, Zabazinski hung it up at the zone, tailing through the outer half. McDonald still able to pull it to left center. Gathered by Sutphin out in center field. Has had a great day at the plate for the Angels with 3 hits, but McDonald continues the line down to Jackson Purdue. The senior is 0 for 2 in this ball game. He takes the first for a strike. You've got that go-ahead run at first base for the Cardinals in Blaine McDonald. Zabazinski comes home and fires a strike. Now ahead 0-2 the count here to Purdue. Takes inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes with Purdue. The 8th place hitter in the order up to the plate. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. So we go to the 7th, all tied at 2. You're watching Cardinal Baseball Live here on Tradio.
Fort Worth Christian School is Christ-centered, college preparatory school where every student is known, loved, and valued. At FWC, students are challenged to pursue excellence in the classroom, in competition, and in their faith, all while being equipped with a strong biblical worldview. From standout academics and championship athletics to award-winning fine arts and a vibrant student community, Fort Worth Christian is preparing tomorrow's leaders today. We invite you to discover the difference for your family. Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
Antonio Andujar now called upon out of the bullpen for the Cardinals. Another inning and another arm. It's been 1 inning shots out of the bullpen so far. David Salas started, worked 4 innings, allowed 1 earned run. And then Fred Hall came in, 1 inning, 1 run for him, a shutout inning for Ben Rodriguez. And now the 4th arm of the night, it's Antonio Andujar. A 2.6 ERA in 10 2/3 this year with 12 strikeouts. The whip at .844 this season for the right-hander. He just celebrated a birthday last week when the team was out in Lubbock for a 3-day road trip. Arriving Monday, playing Tuesday and Wednesday before coming home, and they came home with a pair of victories. But find themselves tied tonight at 2-2 as we begin the 7th inning. Antonio Andujar, his 9th appearance. All of them have come out of the bullpen. He had a 3.09 ERA in about 20 1/3 last year. 10 2/3 this year with 1 save. 4 earned runs in his 10 2/3 for a 2.625 ERA. But has not allowed a run in each of his last 5 outings. That's spanned about 6 1/3 over his last 5 outings. Where he's not surrendered a run. He's been pretty sharp out of the Cardinals bullpen. And he's tasked to pitch here in the top of the 7th. With the score tied at 2. Cardinals jumped out in front in the bottom of the 1st. Angels tied it in the 3rd. Cardinals took back the lead in the home half of the 3rd. Before the Angels tied it back up in the top of the 5th. As we've arrived at the top of the 7th, all knotted at 2. On the other side, pitching-wise, Atticus Iraney tossed 85 pitches, 5 innings, 2 runs, 1 earned, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts before Isaac Zabazinski put up a 0 in the 6th. Worked around a 2-out hit to Blaine McDonald. When the Cardinals come to the plate in the bottom of the 7th, they'll have 9, 1, and 2 due up in the order. So Austin, Carney, and Emerson scheduled to hit. But first, it's Andujar trying to get the Cardinals into the dugout. And he misfires upstairs with tense moments. You're in a tie game in the 7th inning here from Keck Horton Field. Good ball game at the Keck this evening. Glad you're with us here on Tradio. Andujar drops one in and catches Garcia looking for the first out. 8-9-1 due up on this side of the box score for the Angels at the plate. But Andujar starts off the outing with a strikeout, now facing Atticus Irani. 0 for 2 tonight. And first pitch swinging. Skies it out to center. Braylon James right under it. And now there's 2 outs.
The center fielder, number 16, Miles Sutphin.
That'll bring Miles Sutphin to the plate. Working on a 3-for-3 day at the plate tonight. He's driven in both runs for the Angels this evening, as their leadoff man has really set the tone at the top of this order. Both their RBIs, and he's accounted for 3 of their 6 hits tonight as well. And he takes the first upstairs. Now hits with a 2-0 count.
Back in here, nothing.
Hey, let's go, Tony.
So Andujar falling behind, a 3-0 count now to Sutphin. He's looking for his 4th hit of the night, 3 for 3 at the plate so far. Andujar gets back in the zone. 3 balls and a strike to count. Andujar last pitched against Coram Deo on March 27th, a couple weeks back. Not many arms getting used when Greg Smeds pitched a complete game shutout in the first of the 2 games set. Now Andujar walks Sutphin, who's now reached 4 times tonight, was 3 for 3, now draws a walk. And it brings Jagger Webb to the plate. But in those games last week, both of them of the run rule variety for Fort Worth Christian. Greg Smeds goes complete game shutout. Don't need the bullpen in that game. And then it was a wide margin, 16-4, the final score. And after Brateras started that second game, not a lot of the high leverage relievers got to get in the ballgame. Salas went for a little bit. They ultimately leave Lubbock with a pair of run rule wins. But guys tonight of the higher leverage variety in a close game here in midweek non-district action have towed the rubber for Rusty Greer. Antonio Andujar, one of them. And before that, you saw Ben Rodriguez, who leads the team in appearances, and then Fred Hall, who hadn't surrendered an earned run all year until tonight. But it's Jagger Webb at the plate now. He's 0 for 3. It's Sutphin at first. After that foul ball, got 2 strikes, with Andujar getting the signs from Austin. The check at first, but Antonio Andujar called for the balk. Second time the Cardinals have balked tonight. And now Rusty Greer heading out to the mound. Or no, he's heading out to ask the umpire about the call, gets the confirmation. Sutphin able to go to second on the balk by Andujar. And so Antonio Andujar will try to bear down. Either way, you can see Sutphin got back to first in time, but the attempt over. Called the balk, and now Austin talking with Andujar. An 0-2 count here to Jagger Webb. Andujar, his 9th appearance of the season. One ball and 2 strikes. Another look at that balk. He got something leaning. But the way Andujar stepped off the rubber, called a balk, and now that's skied high out to right. Castleberry coming in, and he makes the grab, a little off balance, but that'll do for the Cardinals as they go to the bottom of the 7th. A chance to win it as we're all tied at 2, 9-1-2. Due up for Fort Worth Christian when we come back here on Tradio.
Now for the Cardinals, the catcher, number 1, Hank Austin.
Hank Austin leads us off as we start the bottom of the 7th inning. All tied at 2. Another inning of work for Isaac Zabazinski. Only needed a dozen pitches, faced 4 batters in a scoreless 6th in relief of Atticus Iranian. Worked 5 innings, allowed 2 runs, 1 earned. And now 9-1-2 due up in the Cardinals batting order. Austin starting off this inning, and he hits one well to right center field. Extra bases for the senior catcher. Austin rounding first. He'll trot into second, and the winning run in scoring position here for Fort Worth Christian. Hank Austin comes up with a big double right when the Cardinals need it here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
The second baseman, number 27, Griffin Carney.
Hank Austin really starting to handle the bat well for Fort Worth Christian as of late.
Number 24, Jacob Ward.
He's been aboard, and now 5 straight games. He's on a 4-game hitting streak as well. His longest hit streak of the season, and he comes through with a double, just his 2nd double of the year. And a big time as Griffin Carney, first one fouls it away, right side. But it drops. So running out at second for Hank Austin, who smoked a double. His first double since late February, and just his 2nd of the season. Extends his hit streak to 4 games. But Jacob Ward now running for him at second. Representing the winning run out in scoring position with Griffin Carney at the plate. A 0-1 count. So a conversation between Wurtsema and Zabazinski out on the mound. With Carney at the plate, an 0-1 count. Griffin Carney turns on this one, under it to left. Barber is there, and Ward will have to stay put at second as Barber gloves that for the
shortstop, number 2, Grady Emerson.
First out of the inning. It brings Grady Emerson up to the plate. Now a visit out to the mound. Grady Emerson, who's 1 for 3 tonight, had a single and came around to score in the first inning with an open base as well. And Grady, who came into tonight hitting .532 on the season. A single in the first extended his hit streak to 14 games. His on-base streak to 29 consecutive games. But he rides 5 straight games in the midst of that now 14-game hit streak. The last 5 have all been multi-hit games. But there is an unoccupied base at first. Are they going to be careful with Emerson here? Zabazinski, it's up and out. Doesn't look like they want to mess with Emerson at the plate with an open base, as a hit could end it. Zabazinski, first one well outside the zone. There, though, he able to get a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Up and now. The 2-1. Grady Emerson rips this up the middle, and Ward being sent home. It'll be a play at the plate for the ball game, and Ward tagged out as Miles Sutton comes up firing for the second out of the inning. Emerson able to get to second, but Sutton, who is 3 for 3 tonight and has reached 4 times at the plate, cuts down the would-be winning run at the dish here in the bottom of the 7th. So that brings Braylon James to the plate as Emerson, his 6th straight multi-hit game, but that one unable to end things tonight as Ward is cut down at the plate. On the shot home by the center fielder Sutphin, who's reached 4 times with 3 hits and a walk drawn tonight. And so that continues the line down to Braylon James. Here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th, Emerson representing the winning run at second. James watches for strike 1, an 0-1 count. James. He's driven in 11 this season with 2 outs. It's tied for the second best mark on the team in that category. Trying to add to that total, which would end the ball game too, and he takes for a strike. An 0-2 count now to the senior center fielder. Comes into tonight with hits in 7 of his last 8 games, but working on an 0 for 3 evening. And now we'll try to battle with 2 strikes here against Zabazinski. Fires one, but called for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Want it, baby. Let's go.
So 1-2 with 2 outs. Emerson at second. Braylon James is rung up on this one, and that ends the threat in the bottom of the 7th. Isaac Sabasinski catches James looking, and that continues action tonight as we head to extras here on Cardinal Baseball Live here on Tradio.
Leading off for the Angels, the second baseman, number 7, Colson Castillo.
Let's go now. Come here, kid. Let's go. Come
now. We start extra innings here tonight on Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio. Colson Castillo leading things off as we begin the top of the 8th inning. Grady Emerson at the plate with Jacob Ward at second. Cardinals opting to try to send the would-be game-winning run home, but cut down at the plate. And an 0-2 count to Castillo, who's 0 for 1 tonight. Has walked a couple times. That is in for strike 3, so Antonio Andujar beginning his second inning of relief.
The third baseman, number 6, Malachi McAdams.
With a punch out. Now 1-0 count here to Malachi McAdams, who's 0 for 2. So an extra inning affair this evening from Keck Field. Two teams battling in non-district action tonight. Cardinals resuming district play Thursday and Friday with Fort Worth All Saints on the docket. In the middle of an extra inning battle right now, as Malachi McAdams hits with 2 balls and a strike and 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. And now 2-2. So Andujar looking in as Austin drops down the signs. McAdams steps out for time. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up for Fort Worth Christian upcoming in the bottom of the 8th as Andujar picks up another strikeout. So back-to-back punch-outs for Antonio Andujar. He has now fanned 3 Angels through an inning and 2/3 out of the bullpen so far.
The pitcher, number 36, Isaac Zawazinski.
And has just faced 1 over the minimum out of the bullpen, worked around a walk last inning, put up a 0 in the 7th, trying to do the same in the 8th. And it's Zawazinski at the plate, who's gone 2 scoreless despite surrendering 3 hits out of the bullpen after Irani went 5. It's this man at the plate now, Isaac Zawazinski, who's gone and put up 2 zeros in the 6th and 7th for the Angels on the mound. And he's also 1 for 3 at the plate tonight. One ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Andujar trying to strike out the side in order here in the top of the 8th inning. He won't do that, but it looks like he'll have a 1-2-3 frame as Grady Emerson grabs it for the 3rd out. And we go to the bottom of the 8th, all tied at 2. Cardinals with another chance to win it here on Tradio.
Number 11, Jackson Castleberry.
So Jackson Castleberry leads us off as we begin the bottom of the 8th inning. Big swing and miss from Castleberry. Castleberry 0 for 1 tonight. Has reached twice on walks and has come home to score a run. This is a ground ball to third base across the diamond and in time. McAdams making the play. It was bang bang at first. And Castleberry ruled out. For the first out here in the bottom of the 8th inning, another look. Castleberry made this close, but does beat him by a step. Good play, good call. And now Jake Parkerson up to the plate. And he takes for a strike. So Isaac Zabazinski now has logged 2 1/3 out of the bullpen, and he's done it in under 30 pitches to this point. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Jake Parkerson. After Irani went 5, it's Zabazinski, who's been on the mound since, now working here in the 8th, his 3rd inning of relief.
Good.
2 balls and a strike with 1 out here to Parkerson. 1 for 3 for Parkerson tonight. He had the RBI single earlier in the ballgame. That's handled out in shallow right center for the 2nd out. Parkerson pops out.
The first baseman, number 9, Andrew Ridgel.
Andrew Ridgel to the plate. Parkerson, he had the lone Fort Worth Christian RBI in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Now Andrew Ridgel. Watches the first outside the zone. Ridgel 2 for 3 tonight. Another multi-hit day for the hot-hitting senior first baseman. Fouls 1 away, but 2 for 3. Grounded out to short his last time up. Had an infield single and a single up the middle. Now in a 9-game hit streak with 16 hits over his last 9 games now. Been really competitive at the plate in that stretch. Hasn't struck out in the midst of this hit streak, which is now up to 9 games, but he'll have to battle here. He's really, in fact, only fanned 1 time over his last 17 games. Just been really competitive at the plate, limits the strikeouts, puts the ball in play a lot. Only 5 total punch-outs the entire year for Ridgel, who hit .280 last year, but well above .460 here this season. He has a good eye, showcasing it there, watching it down to run the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here to Ridgel. And Andrew Ridgel's guys it out to center. Sutphin is there to make the grab. And another 1-2-3 frame. Zabazinski out of the bullpen has been excellent. 3 shutout innings in relief for the Angels. Zabazinski, and we go to the 9th, all tied at 2 here on Tradio.
I want you to live and I dare you to give this life all you have. Yeah, all you
So Blaine McDonald now coming into the ball game for Fort Worth Christian. McDonald a .677 ERA on the year. The fifth different pitcher used by the Cardinals here tonight. Started with Salas, he went 4. Fred Hall went 1. Ben Rodriguez went 1. Antonio Andujar went 2. And now it's McDonald's turn on the bump with the score tied at 2 here in the top of the 9th inning. Hudson Wertzema will lead things off here in the top of the 9th inning. It's the 10th appearance for McDonald. All of them have been out of the bullpen. And a high leverage relief arm for the Cardinals here this year.
Go now.
That's popped up. Right side, it'll get out of play. So an 0-2 count. McDonald just 1 earned run this year in 10 1/3. Tries to elevate. Wertzema, who's 1 for 2 tonight, lays off. 1 win and 2 saves for McDonald. Who hasn't allowed a run in each of his last 5 appearances. Threw an inning and a third in Lubbock last week. And he gets the strikeout here. So McDonald picking up where Andujar left off with good relief efforts. And the Cardinals have now, as a team, struck out the Angels 6 times. 1 from Salas, 1 from Rodriguez, 3 in 2 innings from Andujar, and 1 from Blaine McDonald as well. Brings Jack Barber to the plate. The first 2 outside the zone.
Nothing free, Clay, nothing free.
Come on, Barber. Come back, kid, I'm big. Where, Barber? Come down, Barber. Come now, I'm big.
McDonald able to grab the corner there. Make it a 2-1 count here with 1 down to Barber. Working on a 1 for 3 day. It's a swing and a miss. So 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out here in the 9th, the second extra inning we've had so far. With just 4 total runs we've seen tonight, the Cardinals offense came into this game roaring with 60 total runs in their last 4 games combined, but limited to just 2 runs tonight. We find ourselves in extra innings, and McDonald now with a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes here with 1 gone to Barber. As Austin delivers the signs to McDonald. Barber gets under it. Griffin Carney will be there for the second out. As Barber pops out to second. It brings Stone Garcia. Stone Garcia 0 for 1 tonight. Reached on a walk and came around to score one of the 2 runs the Angels have had tonight as he takes for a strike. McDonald working that outer half. It's fouled away. So the second meeting between the Angels and Cardinals, again, the first meeting came here at Keck Field. It was a 7-2 victory for the Cardinals on the 13th of February. And now the 2 teams battling once again here in early April. And that's strike 3. Blaine McDonald, the 1-2-3, top of the 9th. Brings us to the home half, all tied at 2 here in extras from Keck Field.
Hi, my name is Kendall Bryant. I'm in 8th grade, and this is my 3rd year at Fort Worth Christian. My favorite thing about Fort Worth Christian is how everyone feels like a family, and it's a very close-knit community.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
My name is Brooks Hill, and I've been at Fort Worth Christian for 3 years now. My favorite thing is probably getting the opportunity to represent Christ in everything that we do here, whether that's band or athletics or just in the classroom.
Visit fwc.org to learn more, schedule a personal tour, and experience Fort Worth Christian for yourself.
So back to action. Blaine McDonald leads us off as we start the bottom of the 9th inning. And he takes for a strike. McDonald 1 for 2 tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. And he grounds this one up the middle, ranging his Webb across and in time. So Jagger Webb making a nice play at short to retire McDonald. So Isaac Zabazinski
Jackson Purdue
beginning his 4th inning of work out of the bullpen, 3 1/3 so far. He's only needed 40 pitches to record 10 outs out of the bullpen thus far as Purdue lifts one to left center, and that continues to carry. Purdue digging for second, and it's a 1-out double for Jackson Purdue. The Cardinals, bottom of the order, coming through with some extra base hits here in the clutch. It was Hank Austin a couple innings ago. And now Jackson Purdue, the 8-hitter and 9-hitter each with doubles late in this ball game. And the Cardinals come through here as Purdue has now been on base in 7 straight games to begin his season after he was injured for the bulk of the first part of the year. The senior with a double to left center brings Hank Austin to the plate, who's 1 for 3 tonight in the midst of his best stretch of the season at the plate, but it's a balk by Zabazinski and that puts Jackson Purdue now at third. So Hank Austin at the plate. We've seen some consequential balks in this game, 2 by the Cardinals, and certainly one there as the winning run moves up to third base. Swing and a miss by Austin. Hank Austin now on a 4-game hit streak, a 5-game on-base streak, both the longest of the season so far for the catcher after he doubled his last time up. A base knock could end it. A fly ball to the outfield could do as well, as that misfires down. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. With Purdue after doubling now at third after the balk. Austin watches for strike 2. So Zabazinski, who has been great out of the pen, trying to work out of some trouble here with the winning run 90 feet away. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Austin. And Austin on the check swing, a check down. He did not go around on the appeal. Austin goes chasing upstairs for the 3rd strike. He's down as he expands above the zone. Zabazinski comes up with a huge strikeout.
Number 27, Griffin Carney.
His 3rd strikeout now for the right-hander in relief, who's trying to work through 4 scoreless out of the pen, as it's Griffin Carney who comes up to the plate, trying to be the hero this evening. And Carney watches for strike 1. Griffin Carney 0 for 3 tonight, but walked to lead off this ball game, extending his on-base streak to 25 consecutive games. The 0-1. Pulled foul by Carney.
Come on, G. Come on, G. Come on, G.
So now an 0-2 count here to Griffin Carney. One ball, 2 strikes with 2 down. Griffin Carney rips this to right, and that will do it. Fort Worth Christian wins it 3-2 on a walk-off single by Griffin Carney. He'll certainly be our player of the game tonight as he wins it for the Cardinals here in extra innings. We'll go talk to Griffin Carney on the post-game show and wrap it all up. Coming up next here from Keck Field.
Fort Worth Christian 3, HSAA 2.
Here on Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio at Keck Field after the Cardinals win it in walk-off fashion, a 3-2 final score. Griffin Carney joining us on the field now. The hero tonight, you come through with the walk-off single. It took a long time, 9 innings tonight. Walk us through that final at-bat.
Yeah, I had a slow start to the game, so, I was telling Grady earlier I'd do anything for one more at-bat, and I got it and took advantage of it, so, yeah.
So you've been aboard now in 25 consecutive games, either via walk, hit, or hit by pitch. Were you aware of that stat?
No, I wasn't, but that sounds great. So
you're not a big numbers guy?
No, I just try to get out there, put it in play, and run some bases.
So you're talking with Grady, the second hitter in this order, and you guys have been just such a great tandem, 1 and 2. What's your relationship like with him off the field?
Yeah, me and Grady we're best buds. We get along great off the field, on the field. I think our off-the-field chemistry translates to on the field, so great friend of mine.
Translates up the middle, turning 2 tonight as well. Also just want to touch on, I know the last couple of games you guys have won in big margins, but to grind out a close one tonight, what does that say about this club?
Yeah, regardless of if we're up by 10 or tie game going into the 9th, we're going to get it done, so...
Well, you'll try to get it done again against Fort Worth All Saints on Thursday. We'll be back on the air. Griffin Carney, our player of the game, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We say so long from Keck Field. Cardinals win it in 9 innings, 3-2, our final score.
We only play to win. That's on everything. We climbing to the top. Turn it up a notch. This is all house. Hey, get that dog.